Hi there. I was encouraged to grow seeds and plants from a very young age, and I don't think you can find a much better way of encouraging children to develop their own nature and nurture than by growing seeds. And the best seeds to grow, the most rewarding, are sunflower seeds. I can remember growing these fantastic things when I was a young child and watching the plants growing taller and taller and taller and wondering when they were ever going to flower. And then the joy of actually seeing the seed heads in the autumn covered with birds as they come looking for food. So here's a quick, easy and fun project for you to do with the kids or even the grandkids over a weekend or indeed in the school holidays. The first thing you'll need are some sunflower seeds, goes without saying really, and then you need some pots. Now I use these fibre pots when I'm growing with children because it's good to encourage them to avoid using plastic wherever possible. These are made from compressed paper fibres rammed together to make a very, very solid pot that will gradually decompose as the seedlings grow, and then you can plant the whole thing out in the garden once you've got your young plants. So they're really ideal. The next thing you need is some compost. This is a peat-free compost because we should be encouraging children to use peat-free or organic compost wherever possible. This one's quite fibrous, but I think it'll be okay. If it's got some really big chunks in it, then it's worth passing it through a sieve to get rid of the biggest pieces. And then you'll need a simple half seed tray or even a cardboard box really to wedge the pots into. So let's get started. First put the pots into the half seed tray. You should fit 5 in here quite comfortably. Just space them nice and evenly and they'll wedge and hold themselves in place really well. Push the compost out of the way and then fill the compost loosely. The children will love this, rubbing the compost between their fingers just to loosely fill the pots. Don't get those little fingers in the pots and firm them down because you'll over compress it. Just brush off gently the excess from the top. Then take the pots out of the tray again. Knock the excess out of the tray and then simply tap each pot carefully on the bench and return them back into the half seed tray. Push the compost out the way because it's easier to see what you're doing. Then take your seeds. These tend to be loose in these picture packets. And the seeds you'll find will be different colours. Doesn't matter which seeds you use, the kids will just choose their own. And then take 1 or 2 seeds and push it gently on its side, holding the seed between your thumb and forefinger on its side into the surface of the compost. Just push it gently down into the compost. Put the remaining seeds into the seed packet and then take a little bit of compost just to cover them up to exclude the light. Then take that tray away somewhere where you can water it using a fine nozzle on the end of a can or a hose pipe. Thoroughly soak those pots, allow the excess to drain away, and then take the little half seed tray and put it on the windowsill in a bright, well-lit kitchen where the kids can keep an eye on it. They'll germinate very quickly in just a matter of days. So in true Blue Peter fashion, here's some I sowed last week. They've already germinated really fast. The kids will love it. And it's a great project that you can do with them to teach them about nurturing and growing plants.